the big firms can suffer the same trappings that a Berkshire does, where you get to be too big and it starts weighing down your performance and your returns. And all these other institutional imperatives start getting in the way. So I, for one, I know on my board, I'm very critical and I'm very incisive with our managers. Like I don't let them cut corners. Otherwise, I will fire them. And I have. I did a couple of years ago, two big, large, established Wall Street firms, precisely for that reason, that they get so big and it's very easy to just kind of wave your deck and come in with the big guns, with the big money, and say, we've been doing this X amount of years. We have X trillions of dollars under managed. We have, a family of 20 funds under our umbrella. And what I read, like, yeah, that's impressive. But that also provides an incentive to get lazy and underperform. So, and I think the empirical literature has, proven this too, that smaller managers do tend to outperform because you're more nimble, lower transaction costs, and so forth. So, the answer to your question, how can smaller managers get involved, break through, right? That's a game, obviously, to me, that's a game of Darwin, right? And so how do you make an impression? The relationships really, really matter. I can't tell you how important that is. And, I know it's hard to say you can have a tremendous track record, but if the right person doesn't see it, you're not going to get anywhere. So there's the consultants, right? And it's their job to screen you as managers, right? And so that's, and that's already a well entrenched sort of, gatekeeper. But the consultants don't make the final decision. Depending on the institutional investor and their governance structures, what I would say is, as a manager, really get to know the institutional investors and the governance structures as to who really makes the decision. Because the larger that institutional investor is, trust me, they're going to have more layers of blocking and tackling and gatekeepers in front of them. Okay, because they have a larger mandate. And for many of these, for example, like many of the state pensions, it does become political. Okay, so I don't want to sugarcoat the role of politics either. Just that, at my pension plan, fortunately, we're not that big that we have to deal with state level politics. So, really understanding the governance structure, spend time, as an investment manager, really knowing the plan. And the plan, every plan, especially on the public pension side, I can't speak for the universities, I can't speak for the endowments, I'm talking just from a public pension perspective. They have to disclose all of this. So all of this information is out on their website because they are by nature public. And some of them get most of their funding from the combination of employee contributions, taxes, public taxes. Some just get, only employee contributions. So really knowing the plan that you're targeting, that you want to get in business with as a GP, and the plan being the LP, if you understand their governance structure, if you understand, what's their funded ratio, what has it been over time, the moves that they've made, that the investment committee has made, the changes, the decisions that they've made over the last 3, 5, 7, 10, a full business economic cycle, trust me, you will get their attention. You really will. But that means doing a lot of the homework, because when we trustees go to these, conferences, we go to all these events, we're getting, we're getting approached by managers all the time. Okay. But then it's like, okay, what stands out for me is if a manager approaches me and says, you guys did this last last quarter, and that was similar to what you did 2 years ago. How's that playing out? And I said, oh, this person really spent time with, you know, with our deck, listening to our, in our investment committee meetings, which are all published in public online. And this person has done their homework. And if they have good returns, and if they have, solid integrity, um, and obviously, again, integrity takes time um, to establish and determine, then we're going to have a look. Um, there's, you know, you have to plan. I would always tell emerging managers, 18 months, man, at least 18 to 36 months to really establish a relationship where some trustees really listening to you, because the more seasoned trustees they're already jaded by knowing that they're going to get pitched and they're going to get approached and then they're going to get marketed and they're going to get the sales folks on them. Okay. So